Good morning, everyone. I am delighted to welcome you all today. Today, we are going to explore an important topic, data integrity. My name is Dr. S.K. Singh, and I hold a PhD in this field. This presentation will cover key aspects of maintaining and ensuring data integrity in various contexts. We'll look at best practices, common challenges, and ways to safeguard our data. So let's dive in and learn how to keep our data accurate, consistent, and reliable. Let's take a closer look at data integrity. When we talk about data integrity, we're really focusing on ensuring that the data remains accurate, consistent, and reliable throughout its life cycle. This means that every piece of information we handle should be trustworthy and free from errors or unauthorized alterations. Maintaining data integrity is crucial because it underpins all our decision-making processes and operational activities. If the data isn't reliable, then the insights we derive from it could be flawed, which can lead to costly mistakes or security vulnerabilities. So, in the context of our overall theme, safeguarding data integrity is essential for building trust, ensuring compliance, and supporting the integrity of our entire information system. It's the foundation that keeps our data valuable and credible. Today, I want to focus on data integrity, which is a crucial aspect of any reliable data management system. When we talk about data integrity, we're referring to the accuracy, consistency, and trustworthiness of our data throughout its life cycle. It's not just about having data, but ensuring that the data remains correct and unaltered unless authorized. This is especially important because decisions made based on faulty data can lead to serious errors and impact our overall objectives. Maintaining data integrity involves implementing proper controls, such as validation procedures, access restrictions, and audit trails. These measures help prevent accidental or malicious modifications. As part of our broader theme today, emphasizing data integrity supports the foundation of trustworthy systems and reliable insights. Remember, protecting data integrity is essential for building confidence with stakeholders and ensuring that our data-driven decisions are solid and dependable. Why data integrity? Well, it's a fundamental question because, without data integrity, all the efforts we put into managing data can become futile. Ensuring data integrity means making sure our data is accurate, consistent, and reliable over its entire life cycle. It's the backbone of making confident, informed decisions. If data is compromised or corrupted, it can lead to errors, misjudgments, or even compliance issues. Throughout this presentation, we'll see how maintaining data integrity supports trust within our systems and helps us meet both operational and regulatory standards. Ultimately, safeguarding data integrity is about protecting the value of our data and, by extension, the success of our entire organization. So, what actually leads to data integrity issues? Well, there are several key factors that can compromise the accuracy and reliability of our data. First, human error is a major contributor. Mistakes during data entry or updates can introduce inaccuracies. Then, there's system failures or technical glitches, which might cause data to become corrupted or lost. Poor data management practices also play a role, such as inconsistent data standards or lack of proper validation processes. Additionally, security breaches or unauthorized access can lead to tampering or manipulation of data. All of these points highlight how critical it is to implement robust controls and processes to maintain data integrity. Remember, ensuring high-quality data is fundamental to making reliable decisions and maintaining trust across the organization. Let's take a moment to consider the consequences of diabetes insipidus, or DI. When DI is not properly managed, it can lead to significant issues in the body. For starters, because of the inability to concentrate urine, patients often experience excessive urination, which can result in dehydration. This dehydration can cause symptoms like dry skin, dizziness, and fatigue. Moreover, because the body loses large amounts of water, electrolyte imbalances can occur, impacting muscle function and even leading to more serious complications like seizures in severe cases. It's important to understand that these consequences highlight just how critical proper diagnosis and management are for DI. Throughout this presentation, we've been emphasizing the importance of early detection and treatment, because addressing DI effectively can prevent these potentially dangerous outcomes. So, recognizing the symptoms and understanding the risks involved are key steps in ensuring better patient care. Now, let's turn our attention to the regulatory requirements of data integrity. This is a crucial aspect because it ensures that the data we handle is accurate, consistent, and reliable throughout its life cycle. Regulations such as those from the FDA, EMA, and other governing bodies set strict standards for data integrity to protect patient safety and ensure the quality of pharmaceuticals. These requirements emphasize the importance of maintaining data that is complete, attributable, and protected from unauthorized changes. It's vital that we understand and implement these regulations because noncompliance can lead to serious consequences, including regulatory actions or even product recalls. Throughout this presentation, we've been discussing how data integrity underpins trust and quality in our operations. Meeting regulatory requirements is not just about compliance. It's about safeguarding the integrity of our data to support sound decision-making and uphold the highest standards in our industry. Now, let's take a closer look at MHRA's data integrity definitions and guidelines. This slide highlights the importance of understanding what data integrity really means within the context of our industry. Data integrity refers to the accuracy, consistency, and reliability of data throughout its life cycle. It's not just about keeping data secure, but also ensuring that it remains complete and unaltered from creation to final use. The guidelines provided by MHRA serve as a framework to help us maintain high standards and meet regulatory expectations. They emphasize that data should be attributable, legible, contemporaneous, original, and accurate, often summarized by the acronym ALCOA. This is critical because any compromise in data integrity can lead to regulatory actions, recalls, or even patient safety issues. So, throughout our presentation, remember that solid data integrity practices are fundamental to compliance and quality in our work. Let's take a closer look at the MHRA data, integrity definitions, and guidelines. This slide highlights the importance of understanding what data integrity truly means within the regulatory framework. Data integrity is fundamental because it ensures that the data we rely on for decision-making is accurate, complete, and consistent throughout its life cycle. The MHRA provides clear definitions to help us interpret and implement these principles effectively. These guidelines emphasize that data must be attributable, legible, contemporaneous, original, and accurate, often summarized by the acronym ALCOA. By adhering to these principles, we not only meet regulatory requirements, but also uphold the quality and reliability of our data. This is essential in maintaining compliance and protecting patient safety, which ties directly into the overall theme of quality management in our operations. Ultimately, understanding and applying these data integrity definitions and guidelines helps us build a robust quality culture. Let's take a moment to look at the ALCOA principles, which are fundamental to data integrity. ALCOA stands for attributable, legible, contemporaneous, original, and accurate. These principles help ensure that data is trustworthy and reliable throughout its life cycle. When we say data is attributable, we mean it should be clear who created or modified it, so there's accountability. Legible means the data must be readable and understandable, which is essential for audits and reviews. Contemporaneous indicates that data should be recorded at the time the activity occurs, preventing any retrospective changes that could compromise integrity. Original emphasizes that we should keep the initial, raw data whenever possible, rather than altered or summarized versions. Lastly, accurate means the data must be correct and precise, reflecting the true results or observations. Connecting these back to our overall theme, applying ALCOA principles helps us maintain high standards of quality and compliance, ensuring the integrity of our data and, ultimately, the success of our processes. Let's talk about how to design a system that truly ensures data integrity. First, it's essential to incorporate robust validation mechanisms at every stage of data entry and processing. This means setting up checks that verify data accuracy and consistency right from the start. Next, implementing strong access controls is critical. Only authorized personnel should be able to modify or delete data, reducing the risk of accidental or malicious changes. Additionally, using audit trails allows us to track every change made to the data, providing accountability and helping us identify where issues might occur. It's also important to consider data redundancy and backups. These safeguards ensure that we can recover correct data in case of corruption or loss. And finally, integrating encryption and secure transmission protocols protects data both at rest and in transit. All these elements work together to build a resilient system that maintains data integrity, which is fundamental to trustworthy data management and reliable decision-making throughout the entire organization. Let's take a moment to talk about ALCOA+. This concept is really fundamental in ensuring data integrity and trustworthiness in our work. Essentially, ALCOA+ stands for attributable, legible, contemporaneous, original, and accurate, with the plus sign emphasizing additional important principles like complete, consistent, enduring, and available. These principles serve as a checklist to make sure that our data is reliable and can stand up to scrutiny. When we say attributable, we mean every piece of data should clearly be linked back to the person who created or modified it. Legible ensures that the data is clear and understandable. Contemporaneous reminds us to record data at the time of the activity, preventing any retrospective edits that could compromise integrity. Original refers to keeping the original records intact and unaltered, and accurate emphasizes the importance of precise and truthful data recording. The plus signs, complete, consistent, enduring, and available, add further layers of robustness. Complete means capturing all necessary data without gaps. Consistent ensures data is recorded in a uniform way, making it easier to analyze and verify. Enduring highlights the importance of maintaining data over time, and available stresses that data should be accessible when needed for review or audits. By integrating ALCOA+ into our processes, we strengthen the overall quality and reliability of our data, which supports compliance and fosters trust across the board. It ties directly into our overarching goal of maintaining high standards in our operations. Let's take a closer look at the ALCOA principle. This principle is fundamental in ensuring data integrity and maintaining trust in our records. The ALCOA acronym stands for attributable, legible, contemporaneous, original, and accurate. Each of these components plays a vital role in how we manage and record data. When we say data is attributable, we mean that every entry should clearly indicate who created or modified it, ensuring accountability. Legible data is easy to read and unambiguous, which is crucial for clarity and review. Contemporaneous recording emphasizes that data should be entered at the time the event occurs, reducing errors or memory lapses. Original refers to the need to maintain the original record, not copies or summaries that might distort the information. And finally, accurate data reflects the true and precise record of what actually happened. Connecting this to our overall theme, adhering to the ALCOA principles helps us uphold the integrity of our data, which is essential for compliance, quality assurance, and trustworthiness in our processes. It's a simple yet powerful framework that guides us in maintaining high standards everywhere in our work. Now, let's turn our attention to data integrity, as per the US FDA. Data integrity is absolutely critical in the pharmaceutical and healthcare industries because it ensures that the data we rely on for decision-making is accurate, consistent, and trustworthy throughout its life cycle. The FDA emphasizes that data should be complete, legible, original, and attributable. This means every piece of data must be recorded properly, without any alterations or omissions that could compromise its integrity. Additionally, the FDA expects organizations to implement robust systems and controls to prevent errors, fraud, or data tampering. This includes audit trails, validated systems, and secure storage. Maintaining data integrity isn't just about compliance, it's about safeguarding patient safety and the quality of products. Throughout the overall presentation, we've seen how regulatory frameworks like the FDA set high standards to ensure quality at every step. Data integrity is a cornerstone of that effort. It's fundamental for maintaining trust, meeting regulatory requirements, and ultimately protecting public health. Let's now turn our attention to data integrity issues. As we discussed earlier, maintaining data quality is essential for reliable decision-making and operational efficiency. However, data integrity problems can arise in various forms, such as data corruption, inconsistencies, or unauthorized alterations. These issues can compromise the accuracy and trustworthiness of our data, leading to flawed insights and potentially costly errors. It's important to understand that addressing data integrity isn't just about fixing problems as they occur. It's about implementing robust processes and controls to prevent issues from happening in the first place. Throughout this presentation, we've seen how data integrity ties into our overall goal of establishing a secure and trustworthy data environment, which is fundamental for achieving long-term success. Let's talk about data integrity issues. Data integrity refers to the accuracy, consistency, and reliability of data throughout its life cycle. When data integrity is compromised, it can lead to incorrect decision-making, operational errors, and even security vulnerabilities. Common issues include data corruption, unauthorized data modifications, and incomplete or inconsistent data entries. These problems can stem from technical failures, human errors, or malicious activities. Ensuring data integrity is crucial because it underpins the trustworthiness of our data-driven processes. Throughout this presentation, we've emphasized the importance of safeguarding data, and addressing these integrity issues is a vital part of that effort. By implementing robust controls and validation measures, we can maintain the quality and reliability of our data, supporting overall organizational integrity. Let's take a closer look at what is typically included in a warning letter. First, you'll usually see a clear statement about the specific issue or behavior that is problematic. It's important that this part is detailed enough to be understood, but also objective. Next, the letter often references the relevant policies or rules that have been violated, helping to clarify the expectations. Then, you'll notice there's usually a section outlining the consequences if the behavior continues, which emphasizes the seriousness of the matter. Alongside this, many warning letters include a request for acknowledgement or a response from the employee, ensuring that they understand and recognize the issue. Finally, it's essential that the tone remains professional and constructive. This is about correction, not punishment, and fostering a positive path forward. Connecting this to our overall theme, a well-crafted warning letter is a key tool for effective communication and maintaining a healthy workplace. Let's take a look at what a typical warning letter contains. First, you'll notice it usually starts with a clear statement of the issue. This is where we specify the behavior or performance concern that needs attention. It's important that this part is precise and factual to avoid misunderstandings. Next, the letter often includes references to company policies or standards that have been violated. This helps to reinforce the expectations and the basis for the warning. Then, you'll see a section outlining the impact of the issue, explaining how it affects the team or business. This connects the behavior to its broader consequences, emphasizing the importance of correction. The warning letter also generally states the corrective action required, such as improvement measures or a deadline for change. This provides clear guidance on what needs to happen next. Lastly, it usually ends with a reminder of the company's commitment to support improvement and the consequences if the issue isn't resolved. Overall, a warning letter is a formal but constructive tool. It's about addressing concerns while also encouraging positive change. This slide doesn't contain enough information. That's why we're moving to the next slide. This slide doesn't contain enough information. That's why we're moving to the next slide. This slide doesn't contain enough information. That's why we're moving to the next slide. This slide doesn't contain enough information. That's why we're moving to the next slide. This slide doesn't contain enough information. That's why we're moving to the next slide. For further support, please contact us. We understand that implementing new strategies or understanding complex topics can sometimes raise questions or require additional guidance. So, don't hesitate to reach out. We're here to help you succeed. And with that, I want to thank you all for your time and engagement throughout this presentation. Your commitment to learning and growth is truly appreciated. For further support, please contact us. We're here to help you with any questions or additional guidance you might need after this presentation. Thank you so much for your time and attention today. We truly appreciate your engagement and look forward to supporting you on your journey.